Yo, what's up?
Hello!
Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
My pleasure. Guess what? I got booted right before you said hi.
What do
So
you
I don't see
mean?
Flins anymore. I got booted out of the game. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. You can't play today. And then I'm back now, but I
Okay,
don't see you.
I guess I'll try to enter your world again.
Joy.
Gang, what's up? If you don't know, I'm Nick Olson, the voice of Flint's, and this is Laura Welsh, the voice of Zibai.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Aw, see, now we're friends. Now we're hanging out.
All right. You may have deduced by our late start that we ran into some scuff, but that's part of the charm, right? That's what we love about the internet and tech, and being wee lads doing their best.
Yeah, I definitely identify as a wee lad doing her best.
Me too.
Put that on my tombstone.
We all do. Wee lad did pretty good. Rip.
Rip.
If we run into more scuff, bear with us, but here we are. We're in there. We're in there.
Emulators are fun.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do when you play on a Mac, right?
Your lips to God's ears.
Chat, the top left screen is Laura's, and the bottom screen is mine. But here we are. Yo, Laura, do you want to introduce yourself to chat? Tell us a little bit about some of the roles you've done.
Hello, chat. Some of you may have heard me, what was that, a couple weeks ago when you were doing your subathon?
Mm-hmm.
Very briefly. That was a fun time. Sleep deprivation is dangerous. If you have played Genshin recently in the past year or so, you've probably heard me as a few different NPCs. Let's see, I was the Chiria Boutique's assistant and most notably Mini Durin in the Simulanka quest. But then the stars aligned and Zibai came into my life. And here we go again with this alert.
The scuff continues.
It doesn't like me streaming with you.
That's okay. We can just not play co-op and vibe.
Yeah, I'll just keep rebooting my thing, and you'll just keep doing your stuff over yonder. It's fine.
At least we made it last for a brief while. A fleeting but wonderful moment
of being in each other's lives. That was lovely. It's actually kind of speaks to just the voiceover career path in general. We're briefly crossing ships passing in the night.
Yes.
You know, in the studios as we say hi and bye to each other, or at cons or other events. It's very rare we actually get to spend real time with each other. Except unless we're like, you know, living with each other.
Right. Or making like big efforts to connect, because adulting be demanding, you know?
It's so hard.
So I'm looking forward to getting to know you better today.
Likewise. Thank you for having me on the show. I've really been enjoying listening in when I get the chance, either through the VODs or live.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you listening. Let's see here. It looks like possibly I need to raise your volume as the scuff continues. But that's an easy fix.
Mic check. I have, this is my first time being to your little island, your little tower, and I'm enjoying the wildlife.
Oh, yes. The little penguins are adorable. The flowers are pretty.
And the spirits just haunting everywhere are fine.
Well, you were in the middle of sharing some of your VO work when we got disconnected. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
Recently, I've had the delightful honor of joining the ZZZ cast.
Yo, awesome.
TBD as far as anything other than just my character being introduced into the trailer as the storyteller.
Sick.
But, yeah, it's from what I have seen, I am very excited.
That's awesome. Congrats.
That's the only other. Yeah, thank you. I'm very excited because for the longest time, I was not a player of video games. I was a watcher of people playing the video games. For those that know me from my other stream appearances, I tend to strafe or fall off of things pretty regularly. So being a good video game player was not the prerequisite for voicing in them. So I would just watch and enjoy other people adventuring in the world. Yep, there it goes again. So, like, I got to be part of several indie games, like my time at Sandrock and Crystalla, which has finally come out in full. It was going through beta testing for the longest time. I'm so excited. That was my first creature character.
Ooh, tell me more about them.
So Crystalla is a Souls-like, but with cats, if you know what Souls-like games are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you're playing like one of the cat clans, and so you're kind of a ninja, and you get to parkour on everything. And one of the possible enemy bosses you can fight is Rylotha, who's like this crazy spider queen, who's the stealer of voices. And,
whoa!
Yeah, she's a baddie. She's a big, massive spider
that
just like screeches at you and attacks you and stomps on you and sprays toxic venom spit.
Right, as spiders do.
All the things that I do on the regular, and so obviously that's why they have me.
All right, confirmed. Laura's toxic. You heard it here.
You heard it here.
Viewers beware.
Oh gosh, coming from me who had to have people explain to me what certain, streaming language was.
Sweet bean.
Yeah, not innocent at all. Definitely toxic. Not totally oblivious to the general population and the code words. Mostly video games of late. Been part of a couple really fun joke campaigns, like for Oatly and for Metro by T-Mobile when they announced a cologne they were coming out with for this past April Fool's Day.
That's fun.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. We like to play here in the Welsh household.
When did you start acting?
The classic, went to school for theater.
Amazing.
I got the degree, and of course, my parents were like, okay, now that we've helped you finish getting your degree, what do you plan to do with it? I said, I'm going to be a voice actor.
Nice. And they're like, wait, but I sent you to live theater school.
Yeah, well, back in that time, there weren't really many voiceover school related options.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing to do. And I'm like, yeah, I could audition for stage stuff again at some point, film stuff at some point, but mainly I just do the voice thing.
Was there a defining moment that led you from on stage to wanting to pursue VO?
I had a really great advisor. I went through several because that was kind of what the school's MO was. They would, swap you out with different advisors because of availability. But
where'd you study?
Catawba College in North Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a dinky little school, and the year I went there, they were number 2 on the Princeton Review for best theater departments. But
whoa,
yeah,
that's crazy. How do you
they were pretty awesome.
How do they qualify that?
That's a great question. I don't actually know, and I've slept since I bothered to look into college ratings. They were rated pretty poorly as far as cafeteria food goes. I remember that. They were on the bottom of the list as far as cafeteria food.
That was
top for theater department.
I don't know if you'll remember this or if you had this in North Carolina, but in my high school we had something called ITS, which was International Thespian Society. And it was sort of like a competitive theater experience. So every December we would go from Colorado Springs to Denver, and a couple it grew into be something a lot bigger, which led to the Jimmy Awards, which is a high school level Tony, I guess. But
What?
all of the local high schools would come to this convention in Denver, and it would be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, I think. And you could perform an individual monologue, you could perform a scene, you could do a solo number, a duet, a group number, and it was judged by the various, I don't know how they found the judges per se, but each night at the end of all the events, the winners of those things got to perform on the main stage. And after that, there was a local high school's production of whatever show that won earlier in the year. So like there would be one musical, one straight play, and then a bunch of the like competitors
In high school?
in high school, yeah. And your senior year of that, you got to audition for colleges, and there would be like 30 to 40 different college heads for different colleges all over, and you would do your like 3-minute thing. Here's my two like 32 bar cuts of my songs and my monologue, and then they would accept you into their program or offer you a scholarship or whatever.
Or whatever.
And yeah. I remember at the time that I accepted going to the University of Northern Colorado, we were told that, you know, and I never questioned it, but similarly to you, how you were number 2 in the country, you know, our school was a top 10 school for musical theater, but I never asked how or why or how to prove that, you know?
When you're younger, you just kind of like gut into it that, oh yeah, obviously this makes perfect sense.
Right.
Suspension of disbelief is so much less.
Right. Of course you're not lying to me or want my money. It must be real. Yeah.
It has nothing to do with how much my school donated to the judges this year.
Right. Well, if you continue to get kicked out, you don't have to share that screen if it proves to be a problem. It's all good.
Well, I mean, it's as long as y'all don't mind, it's just going to keep giving me the same error message.
Yeah, let's close out of it so you don't have to be distracted by that. And everybody sees that we tried. You know, we tried.
Sweet.
Tech defeated us today.
They're like that. Let's see. How do I...
Tech be techin'. So I think from Discord, you just want to stop sharing that screen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Should be done.
And then I'll move my webcam here. There. That looks good.
Sweet.
Bang.
So yeah, I'll just tell you right now, I went to school in New Mexico, so I wasn't too far from where you were, you know, in the Southwest, but we didn't have any of that. Like our theater department in high school was like 2 portable buildings outside. And once you finished like theater 1 and 2, if you continued to take the elective, we were all kind of bulked together in the same advanced theater class. I bless her heart, my teacher was going through a divorce towards the end. So she just basically had us watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? Learn
improv.
Which I'm really good at.
Nice.
So I will give her props for that. But like, yeah, I didn't know what a beat or a verb was or any of that classic, you know, educational stuff. And I was also in choir, and inevitably All-State for choir conflicted with the stage production of whatever our school was putting on. And we never put on a musical. We didn't have our orchestra or band departments, and theater never talked.
This was high school, right?
This is high school, yeah. So like we'd put on Midsummer Night's Dream or something at the local community theater stage. And inevitably it would be, oh, well, Laura got into All-State again this year for choir. She's going to have to bow out of the theater show. And so inevitably my teacher just was like, Laura, don't bother auditioning. Just do, you know.
Just go do choir.
With set building.
Fair.
And that's what I did.
Nice.
I got into Catawba, so, you know, I didn't have a scholarship for it, but yeah. Yeah,
nice. That's whatever. Who cares? I didn't get a scholarship to UNC, University of Northern Colorado. which chat now calls Unk University, which I think is on brand for me. You know, I graduated from Unk University. I did end up earning a scholarship by my junior year, so that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But kind of now this trip down memory lane, I did get a scholarship and an offer to Stevens College in Missouri, which is an all-girls school. And they only accept like 4 or 5 guys a year to do all of the male roles in their musicals. And I remember being like, do I go to the all-girls school and become the absolute Rizzler of all time? Or do I go to the supposedly prestigious Unk University? And I went to Unk University.
As you should. I got put on the wait list for Emerson College.
Yo, nice. Yeah. That's cool.
They're awesome. Once you get put on the wait list, though, because they only accept like 32 musical theater students a year, they don't guarantee housing in Boston proper. And I said, well, for the price of tuition plus paying housing out of pocket, can't do that. Thanks. So,
yeah, GG's.
But to reverse back around, advisor Eric, he had been in some of the early animes that were dubbed in like Florida, and he said, "Hey, you've really got a lot of charisma in your voice, but you have no bodily awareness whatsoever when you're on stage. So you should look into doing voiceover." And I said,
"What a jerk!
You know
what a jerk!"
But he was right, though.
No, I mean, yes, because you're working as a voice actor, but you know how easy it would have been to say, we need to work on your body awareness.
Yeah. He was the costuming and makeup teacher, so he helped me really perfect a lot of that stuff. But the other teachers were overstretched with so many incoming new students when they all had heard about how great Catawba was, and we probably should have had a much larger staff. But they did what they could with me. I have dreams about going, you still have those dreams that you're back in school. And I have dreams I'm back at school finishing the couple of classes I never got around to taking because I just wanted to graduate and get out of there. Stage,
my
speech,
dreams.
And movement was one of them.
That you never took?
Yeah, because it was like 5 credits and I could never fit it in with all the honors and choir classes I was also taking.
Yeah, I took, I got my degree in musical theater and then I got a minor in dance. And because I took all these extra classes as well, I had to do summer school each semester and to graduate on time. And I ended up extending that last summer too, because I just kept taking additional courses.
But I should have done that.
Our head of the program had a similar, disposition that your advisor had. Every semester we had to have sit down and have like, I don't remember what reviews, I guess, semester reviews. And it would be like, your acne is terrible. You'll never make it on Broadway. It was like the most insane shit. Like, I don't know what your diet is, but clean it the fuck up. Every semester just getting trashed. And I remember in high school, I was kind of one of the only guys in my grade to really be doing the musicals. I played football, but also did the musicals and took all the theater classes. And I think that probably helped me get the roles I got in high school, that there was less competition, but it gave me a lot of confidence. So when I went to this other school and there was suddenly way more competition and I was not the lead anymore, I'm booking ensemble and grinding to try and find my place again. I remember my advisor, by my senior year, I still hadn't really performed a role that I felt showed what I was capable of or accomplished what I set out to accomplish after those 4 years. And he looked at me and he was like, Nick, out of everybody here, I know you're going to make it because you're one of the hardest workers. It didn't happen for you here, but you're one of the hardest workers at the school and I know you're going to make it. And
it's so true.
Yeah. And then 10 years in LA, 10 years of continued rejection and just hitting the pavement and not giving up. And then bang, welcome to Genshin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
You've been on fire lately. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
For the chat who are still younger, not all teachers should be teachers, and we can't pick and choose those. And so just learn what you can from them and move on. And rejection is part of growth. And like, can you imagine what it would have been like for you if you'd actually gone to that all-girls school and didn't know what rejection was until you hit the real world?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the level of delusion I would have had, and
would you end up like working at a Borders or a Barnes and Noble? just
the
like
first time like, oh, failure, no, I'm broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who also knows, like, I mean, I met my best friend there, and he was like one of the most healthy, masculine people I know. And who knows what my personality would be if I instead had 4 years of only girls as friends.
Yeah.
Who knows? For better or worse, I would unlikely not be me because the people at that school helped shape me so much,
Yep. And that's what I tell myself when I think about like, the what ifs. Like, if I'd, gone to school for another extra semester, then they added an entirely new degree I could have gotten because I was 1 credit shy. I could have been a double major. Yeah, I was real mad.
Could always just take it online and get it still if it mattered to you.
Yeah, but why give them the satisfaction of taking more money from me?
I think I finally, I haven't paid off my student loans yet. I'm very close. But I was looking at like my earnings over the last 10 years in performance. I think it took me like 10 years to earn what I paid for my degree. You know what I mean? It's like, that is not what you expect to go down when you pursue the dream.
Nope. And that's why I always encourage people to like really think about what voice actors are charging and why they're charging it, because we're paying off so much education and supplies and just know-how. There's a reason it's priced what it is. It's the supplies that took years to build.
Yeah, and you're also, I don't know, you're just like attempting to validate the education that you've acquired, Yeah. But that said, too, I think you should be careful about who you take on as a coach and who you are accepting as a teacher, because especially in LA, there's a lot of people that are looking to make that quick buck. So you got to find what's actually coaching amid a sea of workshops.
Yeah, isn't the typical rule of non-thumb? Gosh, there's so many colloquialisms that are just terrible when you learn the etymology behind them. So the rule amongst typical voice actors when we give people recommendations is just find somebody who's working in what you want to learn, like actively working.
Yeah, that helps for sure.
That's the first baseline requirement.
Yeah, and it is interesting. Like, you're like, oh, dang, look at this huge roster. Look at this resume of like what they've accomplished and what they've worked on. And but then you notice, like, wait, they're teaching every weekend. If they're teaching all the time, are they working? Yeah. And if they're not working, then is the information that they're providing current? I took a commercial class 2 years ago, and in the middle of the class, we had people being like, hey, nobody wants a slate anymore. Like, what do you mean? Like, no audition wants you to slate. They're like, but that's not how we did it 20 years ago. And you're like, oh, God.
I'm just laughing because I literally have had maybe 15 auditions lately that have asked for slates, and it's like a weird resurgence of slate requests lately.
Oh, they're coming back for you. Fascinating.
Apparently, yeah. But sometimes they're tail slates, so they're keeping me on my toes.
Yeah, they just want to make sure you read the email.
Yeah. And slates are always so weird because, just depending on who's casting, they're like, no, I literally just want you to say your name. And then sometimes they're like, oh, yeah, you can say hi.
Yeah. Or a whole monologue.
Yeah. Sometimes they want you to explain your life choices. So like, oh, so that's what conversational from you sounds like. Yeah, you're not doing that when you're reading the script.
Yeah, why do you sound different when you start acting?
That's so funny.
Well, amazing. Okay, so you went to college, you got your degree in theater, your advisor encouraged you, they empowered you, we'll give it the positive spin. They said,
Yes.
you're a superstar vocally, isolate that strength and attack. So
Yep.
then you left Carolina, you moved to LA?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I was lucky I did
pursued.
because I thought about going cross country and my car would have died literally in somewhere in Wyoming. 'Cause
Oh, wow.
the transmission blew. So I was in Atlanta, parked in the parking lot across from Turner Broadcasting and Cartoon Network because I was seeing the sights. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could get in and look at Cartoon Network. And then my car died.
Oh, wow. Dang. Okay, so what happens next?
Several
in
years
Atlanta.
of working in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, been there,
trying to
been
get
there.
Some coaching classes from the greats locally. Paul Armbruster, R.I.P. Used to do all the promo and announces for like Turner and most of the other local channels, CNN. And he helped me produce my first demo.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was 2009-ish.
Okay. And you're working as a waitress
As a
throughout that?
server and bartender.
Nice, yeah.
Wrecking my body and all my joints.
I did that for 11 years, yeah.
Yeah. There's something you do when you're bartending that like you shift side to side and you pivot, and unless you probably had good knees from being in football, but I didn't have the proper body type
To be standing that long?
to be standing that long. Yeah, and so I'm still paying for it to this day.
The restaurant I worked at in LA had a cobblestone floor.
We had brick
It was like
outside, and like there was an
What the
upper and a
hell?
lower patio. You had to go up and down stairs with the massive trays.
I love those restaurant designs. It's such a great atmosphere, but like when you see the huge tray coming down the stairs, I'm just like, oh God, I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
went to Dragon
you're-
Con, got some really good recommendations from some of the other like voiceover greats who were doing Q&As. Oh gosh, the voice of Porky Pig. I'm really bad with nouns and names. They just always escape me.
I know his
I
name
have the
too.
internet. Ron Perlman is not it, Laura. That is not
No.
his name.
Is it Ben? No. I
Bob
can see
Bergen.
Bob Bergen. I knew
see
it was
where
a
I
B.
got Ron Perlman.
I knew it started with the B, and I could see his face.
Yeah. He just so kind, such a kind soul, and he like lets you to this day still. He gives you his email address and he says, "Yeah, send me what you got and I'll give you feedback." And so he did that right when I was starting out and I had my first demo made, and I got to see him at the Nava Gala probably a couple years ago and gave him a big hug and told him, "Hey, I made it, dude. Thank you for your help." I cried.
That's awesome. Oh, was he receptive?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he didn't get weirded out by the tears.
Oh,
He's like, "Oh my
that's-
gosh, really? You should send me your new stuff." And I have sent him emails since then. He's working on stuff for SAG-AFTRA like really hard right now to try to get voice actors more representation within the union.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but he's busy.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah. So Atlanta was, my first agency, my first couple of jobs branching out. And then my husband and I, after I got married, decided Atlanta, we'd outgrown it and we moved to LA area because that's where all of the puzzle pieces seem to fit together.
So when did you move to LA?
2017?
Okay.
Yeah. A year and a half of being a bartender server in the Temecula area. Delightful. And then work started picking up for me voiceover wise. And that's when I had to make like the decision, like, do I transition so that I have more time?
Let's talk about that. What was like the first snowball in LA that made you feel like the avalanche started hitting? And what was the moment where you were like, I think I can quit. I can go all in.
I'll tell you what, COVID helped actually for me because I actually had been building my personal client base working remotely already, even
Right.
when I was back in Atlanta. And so I had a lot of e-learning and a lot of YouTube video, like back in the day when we did those YouTube videos, like top 10 of such and such and such and such.
Before it was an AI.
I was one of those people. So I
Oh,
did regular work.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't ever narrate 5 Minute Crafts, but I narrated a sister channel for that same company.
That's cool.
I was a younger soul back then.
Yeah, work is work. And that's sort of a fascinating thing about VO too, is like, I think a lot of young actors trying to get into the space are only seeing like the huge epic voiceover stuff. You know, they're seeing Tanjiro in Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
They're seeing Kratos in God of War. You know, they're seeing these epic moments. And that makes sense because that's what's going to inspire you to do it. But there's so much work to be had across all mediums.
Even I discovered one recently that I didn't know was even a viable option, and that's audio description for the blind.
Oh,
It's mostly done by blind people right now because it's
yeah.
such a small industry, but more and more voice actors are realizing that there's just so much content that you can do audio description for, and they're very insistent on not using AI for that for obvious reasons.
Right.
'Cause-
So what is that? What, like, is there a platform specifically for that? Is it like an audio book? What is that content like?
Oftentimes, you've got to find like a production house that already does that kind of content because it's a little bit of a different animal. Because essentially,
Right.
you've got a pre-existing film or TV show that they have to plug in audio description over the dialogue and the music and squeeze it in between when everything else is happening and make it make sense.
Oh, okay.
So
So they're
like
taking like an already fully produced Game of Thrones and they're
typically, yeah.
hearing the audio of that, and then
Yeah.
you're overlaying what the castle looks like.
Yeah, and you're saying
Whoa.
Cersei Lannister looks at Jaime, in a scoffing way, and then she says her line, and then you say Jaime pulls her close, and yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So you're describing what the visual thing is on scene that you cannot glean from the audio context, and you just gotta squeeze it in.
Wow. That's
It's
a
a very
very
collaborative, yeah, because
Yeah,
the
very
writers
unique.
really have to be flexible to make it make sense.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah. And they're getting into more and more audio description for like live comedy shows. And like obviously ASL translators as well for those comedy
Right.
shows, but there are people who will go to a comedy show and are blind, and they're trying to build in like things you can wear like a headset where there's a person describing what the comedian's doing in real time.
Oh, sure. I
If
mean,
it's a visual.
since I was a kid, I loved stand-up comedy, and I would buy so many CDs for my CD player, and you would listen to it. And sometimes there would be a bit, and the audience would laugh, and you wouldn't quite know why. And then, like,
'Cause it's a visual, right?
Right. And I remember seeing like Dane Cook for the first time, and he's like squatting, and he's huge, and he's like all over. He's got like this whole
Yeah.
becoming the Predator bit. Yeah, that helps a lot. Dang.
Oh yeah, John Leguizamo's like, hugely long thing where he was talking about where his dad took him to a brothel for, popping his cherry and whatnot. And he like described and like, and then she flew away on her wings. And it was very visual. Like if you were trying to just listen to that, you would have lost so much context.
Wow. Well, that's cool. Best of luck with that. I hope,
Thank you.
amazing. Okay, but we got ahead of ourselves. So what was the snowball in LA? And so you were building your own clients, doing the YouTube channels and sort of the narration and whatnot. And then when COVID hit, you already had a catalog of clients that were using you regularly?
Yeah, and I just decided to like pound the payment, hit the ground running because, the restaurants weren't opened anymore anyway.
Right. You had to find it.
You got to pivot. And
Yeah.
I did take out an idle loan for my business to get this beloved Studio Bricks booth to make myself as professionally competitive as I possibly could be.
And that requires a loan. Those are expensive.
Yes, I think it's paid off now, but it took a minute. And I just really attacked both classes and like all of the third-party platform websites trying to just drum up more clientele. And I was busy.
Yeah.
I was really busy.
Well,
I
to help.
already had built the framework.
Yeah. Amazing. And then you did that for, I guess, I imagine you still do it until Genshin hit. Yeah.
Yeah. In 2023, I got my local LA agent who, shout out to Osbrink. They have made my life. They have made my life currently. And they're opening doors and opportunities for things I never would have had the chance to try for, which is great. I mean, believe me, I still loved auditioning for stuff on Twitter if I see it. I still buckle down and do duets on TikTok if I really want to be in the project, although I really wish they wouldn't require that. But yeah,
I don't like doing the public audition. Personally, I don't know. Something about the public audition rubs me the wrong way a little bit. But I have found stuff. I've auditioned for a lot of stuff on Twitter this year, even a lot of stuff that was like paying $5, and that is a very humbling thing to not book. And
it's true.
You know,
it's so true. They don't care who you are. They want the person who fits the role.
Exactly. You know, I remember doing my first one after I booked Flins, and I was like, I mean, this one will be a walk in the park, and they'll want me for sure. And then 3 weeks go by, and you're like, I never heard back on any of those. Okay, nice.
This is
stay grounded. Stay
jobs.
Humbled. Yeah.
It's true.
For sure. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's part of the fun, you know?
Yeah. And you'll never lose what you managed to like contribute to an audition. Like you did that audition, you built something, you found something in that moment that you can always pull back from and apply to something else, even if you didn't book the role.
Yeah.
Which I always think of it that way.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it. And if you treat your auditions like you would treat a workout where you're actively trying to improve as an actor, then I think it's such a effective and wonderful tool. But I know that sometimes the days are long and you have to get that audition in late, and you can easily kind of waste the opportunity. So it's important, I think, when you're finding, I was talking about this in my last interview with Kevin. He coached me early in my career. He said, it's your job as an actor to find 100 auditions a month.
He coached you? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's the man. He really helped me get my start. And his philosophy was to do 100 auditions every month and to find them.
Every month. I was like, daily?
No.
My God.
If you could do 5 auditions a day, you could hit and take Saturday, Sunday off, then you could get 100 a month. So, you know, I was on Casting Call Club, I was on Discords, I was on Twitter, I was on voices.com, I was LA Casting, anywhere that I could find an audition because I didn't have an agent at that time. And there were days where you're like, okay, well, I don't know that I can find 5 more tomorrow. And this is not a project that I particularly care to be on, you know, like I don't really want to do an industrial, read 4 Word document pages on how this air conditioner works.
The riveting content.
But here we go, baby. That's only going to count as 1, you know? But you sort of find your groove, and there's definitely, you know, I've talked with Tara about it now that we have a son, and there's the grind of needing him to be asleep before I can audition because I can't have his audio in the background. And then the day is long and you're tired and you're like, okay, I got to audition for these 6 characters. And oh my gosh, this character lost his whole family. I got to go there, you know? So it's like finding the love at all times, keeping the love, staying on fire for it so that you can make the audition a positive experience rather than being like, okay, let me just put something out there, you know?
I gotta hand it to you people who are parents and even like fur baby parents, figuring out good times to record when they're not being alive.
Gremlins.
and present is so hard.
Gremlins.
I could not imagine. I struggle with street noise and playing people who fly their propeller planes overhead. Then that's basically the minimum. Because I have a spouse who's beloved and understands, and he just knows to like
Be
be in
quiet.
a different room. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, acting from the very beginning is very quickly a discovery and journey about patience and finding resilience and sense of self and belief in self. But the more success you have, I thought that would get easier. And I feel like it actually just becomes more and more challenging, because now you have to, like, I don't know how long you had to wait before you could announce you were Zibai, but when I booked Flint's and there was the trailer for Nod Cry, they brought me in. I had one line.
Oh, for one line?
One line. I was so psyched up that day to like bleed for my art and perform and bare my soul. And it was, I'm afraid you have the wrong person. Now, be gone. All right, see you guys in 2 weeks.
You're never gonna forget that. Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks, Chris. And oh my God, that was so hard. Just sitting there, being patient. When can I play again? And then you record everything and you're like, okay, when does it come out? When does it come out? When are people going to see what I did? How are they going to receive it? And once it gets received and then you go back in to perform again, can I turn off my brain to all of the reception and give the same performance?
Yeah, you've got to compartmentalize in this job, because like you said, you've got a character that you open the book for, and their entire family died, and you have to go through this like tragedy, and then the next audition is that industrial.
Yep. And you got to do both in the same hour.
Switch it off. And then you got to leave and not take any of that out on your family.
Yes. Yep. In a single day, you're auditioning for a radio spot. You're auditioning to be the murderer of the village. You're auditioning to be the hero who wants vengeance on the murderer, and the industrial, and an audiobook. And it's crazy. You have to be very willing to feel.
We are unhealthy people, but also the healthiest people. It's crazy. How I think because we get to play so often and we get to like let all that out, it's kind of the opposite of being a UPS driver, where you just have to keep it all in and be professional all the time.
But there is a degree of that level of like sociopath in a session too sometimes, though.
Especially for my character.
You're like a vessel.
4 personalities if you include the merged one.
That's awesome. That's so cool. But I just mean like as an actor, sometimes you're working with a client and they might say something that is hurtful or whatever, and you're there to be a vessel for their product. So you still, like, even though you're expressing all of this for the character, you might not be expressing your human truth in the moment that you're acting, because you give a vulnerable take, you're weeping, and the director's like, I didn't buy it. Like, huh? Wiping your tears. What do you mean you didn't buy it?
You have to be ready to experience all the feels and then just leave it there on the floor and walk away from it and just say whatever they do. If they toss it in the trash, they toss it in the trash.
Yep.
I put it out there.
Yeah. It's like a daily practice. How can I stay on fire for this? How can I have incredible inspiration and motivation and have no attachment to the outcome?
Right.
Where you're doing it for the doing, not the end goal. And that's not really the human experience. We're always working toward a finish line.
So true. Sometimes you get to be collaborative too, and sometimes you get to like help them write the scripts and change things. Like in Baldur's Gate 3, took so many years for them to work on that, and they got to help build the character in the scripts because of that. And then somebody got recast.
I don't know that story. I don't know that story. Do you? Can you educate me?
Will was not the same original actor as who ended up in the game eventually. And his character originally was much more morally gray he had a lot of hatred and rage toward the goblin kind.
Mm.
And they kind of scuffed that entire storyline and turned him into a little bit more of like your typical knight in shining armor with a couple foibles and recast him. So,
holy.
And I think he did a great job. I would have never known unless I saw, some of the original content from when they were doing the playtesting and the alphas and stuff, that it was a totally different voice actor. So,
well, I think the actor who performed Will is incredible, but I can
Totally
only
agree.
imagine the heartache
yeah.
for the performer who got recast. Holy
And we don't tell
crap.
those stories very often.
No, I'm
In the
sitting on.
voiceover we don't announce on Twitter, hey, I got written out of this role that could have gotten me nominated for a BAFTA.
Right. I'm sitting on 2 roles right now that I haven't been able to announce. One, it's been over a year, and I thought the game was
You poor
canceled.
thing. Oh no.
And it was my first booking with my agent too, and it was sort of like my first, like, on my merit, I earned this, like, I'm validated as a performer, so the role means quite a bit to me. And
Right.
like a little bit ago, they just announced that we are still working on it, but I'm like, I saw a demo of it and I didn't recognize the voice, so I'm like, did I get recast, or was this the original voice from the pre-beta? So I have
That's
no
terrifying.
idea. It's so painful. And then just last night, actually, there was a long night of the soul for me, because another thing I thought was coming out in September, I found out was already out. And so I was like, oh wait, let me see if the performance is there. And I can't find a clip of the character speaking. But I did 2 sessions, so I know they didn't, like, fire me. But I'm like, did they just
One would
cut?
hope.
Did they just cut all voice from the game? Or did they just not? Is that not their normal marketing? They don't highlight the voice. So I'm
Chat,
like,
we have a mission for you. Go find this game Nick's talking about and play through and find audio from his character.
yeah. It's crazy. It's such a grind. I did something in November of last year, and recently they announced that it'll come out sometime in 2027. I'm like, how long? It's all just patience. Everything in this career is incredible patience.
Yeah, I was cast through one of those Twitter casting calls for a really awesome animation project that's indie, and it has gone through so many iterations, and it's still in the works, I'm pretty sure. But that was during COVID.
Oh, wow.
And it's been that many years, and we've still got season 1 planned to come out at some point. Most of the recordings have been done, and
You're just waiting to announce
we're
it.
just waiting for all the ducks to get in line already.
Yes,
So, yeah.
I feel you. It is a fascinating experience too, because let's say that's a hit, right? Let's say that's a tremendously popular thing, and then people want to talk to you about it, and you're like, I worked on that 2 years ago. I have almost no memory.
Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, I have almost no memory of that. I'm a different human then. Like, that's what'll blow my mind. If this game isn't canceled, it comes out, and they kept me, that will be arguably me at my worst. The worst performance I could have given, because I've grown since then.
I wouldn't say worse. I'd say a different version of you. It was pre-baby. It was a Nick in a snapshot in time.
Right.
That you'll never be able to revisit, because time doesn't work that way. And so that is a time capsule of you. And that's fun in and of itself, whatever that flavor of you is.
Yeah, I love that positive spin on it. But it is fascinating that, like, the general public will receive an older version of me years
Isn't that crazy?
later. Yeah, years later.
Art is crazy like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Fascinating.
like, speaking of Game of Thrones, if he ever publishes the last book, we've all made opinions about the last book before it even came out, because the TV show ended prior to it. And
it's going to get ripped apart and be beloved.
Yeah, and how many years have we waited? There's no point. He's like, "Oh, no, I'm gonna die before this book gets released. I plan to fully kick it before anything it'll get released the day after I die."
Yeah.
It's in my will,
Yeah.
basically, because, like, we've all he was a different person when he was writing those. He was a different person before the last episode of the last season of the TV show came out with all the feedback, and
Yeah.
what do you do with that as an artist, as an author? I wouldn't know what to do
Well,
with it.
I wonder too how much he had to say in that finale as well.
Yeah, I do as well.
But then he goes on to help with Elden Ring, and that's epic. Like as a fan, you're disappointed because you want the content to end. You want a resolution on that. But then at the same time, you're like, well, as the human, like he worked his ass off writing for a very long time. Like maybe just let the man enjoy his life.
Yeah. Which he is probably very much doing based on
and he's
based on his
earned.
jet setting.
Yeah. But okay, I mean, we've obviously, we can yap. Look at how long it's been, and I've hardly gotten to my questions.
Oh gosh, yeah, we can yap. That is in fact true. Voice actors are good for that.
Both our characters are quite good at yapping. Let me try to like get a little more specific here and bring it to Genshin.
Yes,
let's talk about your performance as Zibai.
Right.
What was your, I guess, that snapshot of Laura at the time in your life just before auditioning for Zibai? And did you know you were auditioning for Genshin when those sides came through? What was your mindset? What was all that like for you?
Well, most things are codenamed.
Yeah.
Those of us in the know probably at some point realize what certain code names mean.
Yeah.
It's not like they're trying to keep them that secret.
Yeah, they don't change the code name very often.
Right.
So when it's been around for 5 years, you start to deduce.
Yeah, so I might have been a little aware, but the character, they don't always give the names, the right names and things like that. They try to give it as much secretivity, that's a real word, just trust me, on it as possible. And I think when I submitted the audition, she was a lot younger sounding initially, because based on the script, it was like, well, this is her when she was a lot younger, and this is her when she's more mature, and this is her kind of like when she's ascended. And so that was how it was described in the script. And then when we finally got into the booth, it was like, oh, this is a totally different thought process than what I had going. The world I had painted for this character is gone. Does not exist.
Right.
And so, yeah, I kind of put her temporaneously through different points of her maturity level. So I was kind of pulling from my younger self, pulling from points in time when I was just a little bit more angry, and then assuming that I have reached Zen mentality, which I haven't. But that's why we're actors.
Right.
Those were the kind of like places I had put myself for the audition, and then we kind of had to turn that on its head and say, oh no, these are separate parts of her personality that may have emphasis on a certain characteristic, but it's still all
the same
it's
point
not
in time.
Chronologically different. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So it was an interesting journey to go on with a character that I had.
That's a fascinating performance challenge.
It was, and I wanted to do my due diligence, so I did look up some information on DID and other types of personality disorders, even though I wouldn't necessarily say that this character had a disorder per se, but there
When
are
you have
times
four
when
personalities,
she's trying to envelop herself back together after the changes, and so I wanted to try to do my due diligence. Instead of making a caricature.
I love that. That's awesome. Did you feel that once you really started to understand Zibai and like were performing her, that there were parts of yourself that connected to that? How much of Laura is in Zibai, and what felt the most real to you?
I have always been a little bit more of like the mama bear personality when in my group of friends. Because I was teased as a kid, and you either become a meek person and just let people walk all over you, or you tend to do the opposite. It's kind of like in Firefly, where the people who got introduced to Pax either turned into just laid down and didn't get back up again, or they turned into the Reavers and just like,
Right. Right.
So I Reavered out and became a little bit more of a defend the meek personality as I got older.
I love that.
And I find that Zibai has a lot of that. In different, she's very caring and motherly and teacherly, but she also gets very angry when somebody threatens those she loves.
Yeah.
And I found a lot of that in myself. Which is nice. I like to rage out when I get the opportunities. Characters for women typically don't get to rage out in a non-pretty way very often. And so I like it when I get that opportunity.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
And please, people who write characters for women, let us do that more often. It's more real.
Yeah. Okay, I am realizing now that I actually did not send you this ahead of time, so I'm going to send it to you currently.
Cold read.
Cold read o'clock.
Like I've never done it before.
It's so fun. Okay.
Best bloopers that way. Oh gosh. Okay. Hi.
All right. So we are going to do, if you're willing, we're going to play a little game. I'm going to ask you for an A and a B take. If you want to do a C, you're welcome to, but I'm going to ask for an A and a B of the following lines. The A take as Zibai, the B take a completely different direction.
Can I do a couple of these A takes as mini Durin?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Of course. Yeah. And then I'm going to just let the floor be yours and then chime in as we're moved to tears.
Oh, okay. I like it. Give me some feedback, Mr. Director. I appreciate it. Okay. This obviously has to be mini Durin.
Damn! I need more primos! For real, on God! On your mama! No glizzy, no cabinet, 6, 7...
Aw, he got like, he was really ramping up to something and then he just like lost all confidence in himself.
Yeah, Wanderer wandered off.
He was like, oh no, I'm 6'7". Are they judging me? Maybe I shouldn't be 6'7". That's what I took from that.
Yeah.
Somebody hug Mini Durin.
He's a shy little bean. He always second guesses himself because he always hurts people if he doesn't mean to. Yeah. So in that vein, damn, I need more primos. For real, on God, on your mama. No glizzy, no cap. You look like the 4th of July. 6'7", 6'7".
Incredible. Incredible.
You gotta pull out Jennifer every time you get like any character you want.
Hot dog, for real.
Hot dog.
Do you think that's really how she talks?
She definitely toned it down for White Lotus. It wasn't quite as the character she puts on for other comedy stuff. But yeah. I do think it kind of has become her in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
real
did Gilbert Gottfried talk like that with his family?
Right, the Affleck guy. Yeah. What we do to book work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this next one, it's subtle. It's nuanced. It requires a lot of heart. It requires a lot of vulnerability. I want you to really use your actor brain here, please. Think about the who, the where, the what, the why. We need to know the context of what's happening from the way you say this one word.
Got it. Thank you for putting me in the right place for that. Wowee.
Oh, okay. I heard it. I'm getting first date. I'm getting private booth at a restaurant. I'm getting the soup was too hot, and you're trying not to embarrass yourself.
So spicy. So spicy.
Oh my God. She's goated, chat. She's goated.
Nah. We just play in the sandbox, Nick. You help. And then probably her alternate personality who's like prime numbers. Wowee.
Oh, wait, I loved that. That was so good.
Wowee.
Will you do it again?
Although she does get wowee.
That just hits right. I don't know. That just like scratches something in my brain that just feels right. Yeah, exactly. Like Maggie says, it's just so gentle. You know,
Aww.
There's something really nice about like, I can see the clouds overhead parting as you take in the skyline or something. You know? Yeah.
What's the hypothetical that my character in Genshin was the one who used to give the Welkins before Columbina came
Oh, really?
back? And there's some unfounded hypothetical conversation that my character was the one who used to be the Welkin gift giver.
Huh. And that, okay, give me a wowee of you discovering Columbina took your job and you're devastated and a little bitter.
Wowee.
Fantastic. Okay, now that we've spoken to today's youth and given them what they want, we're going to roll it back. We're going to look at some of the classic lines of cinema. If you're down, maybe we do a Zibai and a Mini Durin as the AB. And if you have anything else you want to showcase, if you want to do a Laura original, then we hit a C. But the A and B are plenty.
Yeah, that makes sense. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Not the emotion on the damn at the last second. Incredible.
He got to cuss. He's excited.
Fantastic.
Ooh, on the waterfront.
Classic.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I don't know if Durin would say this, but we're gonna go with it anyway. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum. Just what I am.
Oh, I love the way you did could have been somebody. I really thought that there was a lot of authentic. I know we're just playing around, but there's something about an authentic read, being truthful, that just feels right, you know? You believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicely done. Nicely done.
That is very kind of you to say.
All right, now we're gonna bring in the bard.
Did you do? Sorry, segue. Did you do the quest for Zibai? Did you do the lantern rite this year? I can't remember.
I did a part of the lantern rite, but I don't know if I get so distracted when I play Genshin because
so easy.
There's 900 things that have to get done. I opened lanterns and I read notes people left me and I roamed Leeway. I was a part of Lantern Rite, but I don't know if I did it yet.
There was a poem that was introduced as part of Zibai's story, and in my humble opinion, they could have done the translation in a more the Bard-esque kind of way, and it would have made more sense.
Got it.
That's all I'll say, so that we don't do any two spoilers. Yeah, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them.
Yeah. Damn. We gotta give the ovation on that one. You did your college right. You did your degree proud. Mom, Dad, she's got it, all right? She's got it.
Thanks. I had to let her out for a second afterwards. I was like, whew, okay, let that tingle go. Okay.
Yeah, that was, I mean, a lot of people, everybody knows Shakespeare, but not everybody knows what the fuck he's saying. You know what I mean?
Oh, so true.
Yeah.
So
and
true.
I think when we see a chunk, a big thing like that, and it's not really that long, but it's more than the average VO audition line. I think the instinct is to rush through it. So I appreciate that you had the confidence and the instincts to slow that down.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said for iambic pentameter and hitting those beats as they are written to be beated, but there's also something to be said for throwing that away and just doing it like a sentence, because it makes more sense in the brain of most common day people, just most everyday people, to just hear it like a sentence rather than da 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 da.
Right. And
somehow
it's also
that you lose the intention there.
And yeah, I mean, who knows if the Shakespeare fans are getting their pitchforks and torches to slaughter you now after saying that. But time and place, you know, we're doing it our way as a character outside the world. I 100% agree with you. And the art of it, if you go to Shakespeare Festival, you know, to see it the way it was intended is a different experience.
Do you watch Dropout TV at all?
I'm familiar with it, but I don't remember the last time I watched it.
Okay. There's the most popular show on there is called Game Changer, and at one point he brought on a improv comedy troupe that does Shakespeare comedy improv style.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa. You have to know your Shakespeare to do that.
They were so good.
Wow.
I was like, how did you do that? Anyway, to continue.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them.
I feel like that actually is Durin's mantra.
Yeah, that actually landed really well for Durin, you know? Yeah.
He didn't know if he wanted to be or not be.
He really didn't. But he found out.
Yeah. And
Found
now
out.
he's experiencing the world in the best company.
I call him my
Albedo should not teach anybody what it means to be human, but hey, here we are.
I like my little bat scorpion boy.
I pulled for him twice. I pulled for him when I first started playing, and I pulled for him again when he reran, and he would not come home. I am livid. I just
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Salty. At least I got Zibai. I would have been super salty if I hadn't gotten either of my babies.
At least you got Zibai.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I've never seen B Movie.
Whoa. New weekend plans.
Yeah, apparently.
It is, you know, the greatest film of all time, so.
Good to know. Which is why, of course, it's in the category of the classics.
That's right.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies away. Cold reading, yay.
All good, all good.
The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible.
Nice. Very nice. She's so regal.
Yeah, she's very, well, she's like the only adeptus that doesn't use the royal we and the us. She and one. She says I, which is interesting. But she still has that very put on
But that felt like it could have been like a scene in the game.
It does.
I feel like she could have just
class.
just like educating. Yeah.
And I don't know if Dorian would say this, but we're gonna give him like the nerdy. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible.
I like Little Durin. All right,
Yeah, a lot of
and
potential. Oh, the classic. This is the classic.
the one we've all been waiting for.
Thanks for waiting, chat. Oh my God, I'm blooming.
And she hates it. She did not want to.
Who put this blooming here?
She can't believe her life has come to this. Incredible.
Oh my God, I'm blooming.
Yes, we've done it.
We did it!
Our legacy continues. God, I'm giving so much to the Genshin community. I am a river.
You are carrying the memes mainly by yourself.
I am a river to the Genshin community. Drink, my people. Drink of
The
me.
main river, the tributary, all of the parts. All of the parts.
Well, thanks for playing. I appreciate that.
Of course. Thank you for putting together this delightful script.
I'm not sure when I'm going to change it. I gotta, amazing. I gotta define probably like seasons for this show and then update the lines as we go. Cause I think asking the same questions and cold reads for each interview might get old, but I also like it as a study on acting, seeing great actors tackle the same lines in completely different ways.
That is true.
And I think too, there's something interesting to be said about watching an actor cold read, because I think that really is the like heart of voiceover. Mm-hmm. The turnaround time, the getting the script the day of, the amount of stuff you have to get done in such a short period. Theater, we had all the time in the world to rehearse. TV and film, you get a lot of time with the script ahead of time as like the day of, as everybody is setting up for the shots. But in this, it's bang, you're in there. We got to get through 400 lines today.
Yeah, you don't have to paint the picture for the listener all with your voice. It's so true.
Right.
A lot of really talented actors out there are mediocre voice actors.
Right, because they haven't been in the medium. They don't know the nuance.
Yeah. Ooh, if you change the script, you should start pulling stuff from Abercrombie or other books rather than film or TV content.
When we were experiencing Scuff, we were talking a little bit, and we are both fans of a kind of niche book series. I'm surprised it doesn't have a show yet. I feel like he should be so much bigger than he is. The book is called The First Law. It's written by Joe Abercrombie. I've read the first 6. Well, I guess I don't know if they're the first 6 he's done, but his trilogy, The First Law, and then the 3 standalone books.
Which mesh in with characters, and
And I know he's written another trilogy, which is like a time skip that I haven't started yet, but excited about. And then I own his young adult, the first book, The Half Prince or something.
Do I have that one?
It's almost as far as okay. As far as I understand, that book is like, it's a different world, but it's essentially like if Glokta was a young handsome prince.
Oh.
So I don't know how he's quite disfigured, but I know he has like a similar struggle and has this battle as the main protagonist of that series, but it's young adult coded and probably a little more hopeful.
Yeah.
But
I will say that the narrator for the audiobooks does such a phenomenal job. Obviously,
Really?
it's always different if you've read a book first before
Yeah.
listening to the audiobook, instead of just getting exposed to it, audiobook first. But
Yeah.
oh man, you would really enjoy some of the people he decide. And that voice actor is talented. Like he has
Really?
range. He can really hit the deeper voices for like
Logan.
Logan's actually a little bit more his mid-range and just a little husky.
Oh.
But one of the mages, the one that saves Pharaoh Maljin out of the desert,
Yeah.
he's like super deep and resonant.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. It's a great series. It's very grim dark. It's very low fantasy. The person that pitched the book to me is like, it was sort of an homage to Lord of the Rings and like asks the question, what did Gandalf do to get his power?
I can
And I was
see
like,
that.
oh,
That's a great
that's
way to
kind of
pitch it.
interesting. Yeah. And a lot of good people are forced to realize that maybe they're not as good as they thought. And a lot of bad people are doing what needs to be done and maybe do some good along the way. It's a great, great book.
It's
Really,
what I
really
like
good.
to say, paint like it's similar to Game of Thrones. All the characters are real characters who they all think they are the protagonist in their own minds, whether they are
Yeah.
perceived as the villain by other people or not. Everyone really just is trying to do the best that they can do. And whatever happens along the way, and it's not because they're the hero or the villain, which is really fantastic.
Yeah, great
When
book.
writers can write like that.
It's called The First Law. Yeah, and I know a lot of people don't... in the audiobook, do they say Giselle or Jezel, or how do they pronounce it?
Giselle.
Giselle?
Yeah.
Huh.
And his actor's a little bit of a fop, and
Of course
and
he
his character
is.
So of course he's like, oh, I'm the king, or well, I'm the hero who can fence the best, and I'm
Right.
It's perfect that his name is Giselle.
I know a lot of people hate Giselle, but I love Giselle.
He had the best character arc.
Incredible character arc. And
Yeah.
I was so absorbed in that book because around that time, it was a little before, it must have been like 2016 or whatever. I was on like my reading grind because I wanted to be an author so bad. And I was writing and reading, and that's all I did. And I kind of burned myself out, and I haven't really read much since the pandemic. But I remember bringing my iPad because I had it on a PDF or something, like an app or whatever. And I brought my iPad to my apartment complex gym, and I'm on the treadmill reading in a public place because I couldn't put it down. And there's a moment that I won't spoil it, but it's the third book, and it's a dramatic moment with Giselle. And I started weeping. I was like, holy
oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, don't do this to Giselle. He's had enough pain, please.
It's so yeah. There are some books, man, that just like actually hit you, and that is definitely one of the series. Can I tell you that Glocta was my favorite from the get-go?
I mean, he's incredible. He's the only character that knows what he is and accepts it.
And I personally identified with him because I go through a lot of chronic pain as part of, a hypermobility disorder thing where, you get out of bed and nothing feels like it's in the right place. And
Awful.
You try to decide whether getting out of bed is really worth it. And so like his first scene where he has to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Up the stairs and up the stairs, and like he's like the whole thing is just him mumbling to himself about why did they do this to me? Why am I here? And then he like has a 5-second conversation with his boss, and he has to go all the way back down the stairs.
Yeah, and doesn't he like shit himself too? Yeah. And like Glocta is like an iconic character. He was, I don't think this is spoiling anything. It's pretty early on, but he was like a hero. He was the dashing knight. He was the company leader. He was the man who led the charge into battle. And he was so convinced of his glory and his success and his victory that he does this crazy charge across a bridge in the past. And he expects his fleet to be behind him, but nobody followed him. So he ends up a prisoner of war, and he's tortured. And by the time he's set free, he's like hunchbacked, broken, beaten, hideous, like he's just a mess physically, and he's now like an inquisitor, and he just goes around torturing people, and he's constantly and he's
so
constantly
crazy.
like, the inner dialogue is like, why do I do this? Because it was done to me. But like he's just a fascinating character.
He's so well written. Joe Abercrombie, man,
Incredible.
to have
Incredible.
that many like fully fleshed characters in his brain, I deeply respect that creativity. So yeah.
Did you read the 3 in between books?
Yeah.
What was the name of the book that's the battle?
Oh, on the
hill
in the north, on the hill in the north.
Yeah.
What was it? The name of that hill?
What was the name of that one?
All right.
The whole
Heroes.
book is
the Heroes. Yeah, it's
yeah.
the name of the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Heroes.
Yeah. So that whole book is like a week-long fight over a hill. And they do one chapter in that book is the like forces crashing against each other. And over the course of that chapter, which is a lot of pages,
Agreed.
They-
Go ahead.
they shift perspectives every time somebody dies to the perspective of the character that killed that character. And he hits like 30 characters. Like, it is the coolest action series in a book that makes you feel like you are in the thick of combat. And then they jump to the character at the end that you're like, no, don't kill him, please.
Right?
Please, not him.
Wait, this isn't
why are we in his head now? Please, no. So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I think I saw, and was it Fire Force or something like that? One of the early episodes of Fire Force did that to me, where they introduced a character and they like, had a nice dialogue with the character, like, oh yeah, my girlfriend and I just got new sneakers, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go put them on at the end of this and we're going to go out on a date, and then he gets killed. And I'm like, why did you just give us so much exposition about this character?
Just to make you hurt.
Just offed him.
Just to give you pain.
Vicious. Yeah, but it's the masochistic joy of like, oh, I see what you did there. I liked it. I hated it, but I liked it.
Yeah, it works. It's effective when done right. And sometimes you need to slow it down to earn your buy-in from people.
True.
You
I
know?
like a good exposition.
Yeah, take your time. Don't have to rush to the next action all the time.
Yeah.
Well, moving it back to acting a little bit, since we're talking about like what inspires us and everything, is there anybody in the field or a performance that really moved you within the VO space?
Oh my god. As with everything, I'm like, categories, genre. I'm a very widely absorbing person, so I'm like, I could give you like a name in some genres, but okay.
Sure, like the video game or anime space, I guess.
Okay. Just across the board, talent-wise, Alan Tudyk, who just, of course, got honored in the Disney Hall of Fame, is a phenomenal character performer.
What do you love so much about them? What inspires you about them?
He fully immerses in anything he is, whether he's a rooster or Wash on Firefly, where he's just, a guy who's a little bit nerdy. So he can fully immerse into the character to the point where he evaporates and I just see the character. And
That's pretty awesome.
It's not Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise.
Right.
I'm not saying that Tom Cruise doesn't also immerse sometimes, but typically he's cast to be Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise.
Right.
So Alan Tudyk is one of those miraculous people who disappears behind characters so well.
So when
Sam
you
Rockwell
see
does
that
too.
and it inspires you, what do you do to try to mimic that? What is your process to get it so immersed that Laura disappears?
I think a lot of it is... What were we saying? Voice actors are a little bit sociopathic. It's people watching. It's being exposed to the perspectives of somebody else from their point of view. So I always try to people watch when I can, see something from other content I wouldn't normally be exposed to. So I try to find K-dramas or stuff from the UK that isn't typically on the US's TV channels just to see what it is they're doing.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and immerse myself in that. But I also like to go to pottery classes or various other things where I see people that I don't interact with doing what it is they love and see that passion. Because every person, unless you're either Marvin the paranoid android or somebody who's intentionally not supposed to be enjoying what they're doing, is probably doing something they want to be doing or has some sort of motivation to be doing it. So
Right.
seeing how that comes out from other people when, what I think I look like when I do it is a totally different vibe. And I'm like, oh, so that's an option. Weird.
Yeah. Well, kind of taking that in a little bit of a different way too. It's interesting to like reflect on how something you're doing is being perceived. Like I just a little bit ago was in on a session. They're like, okay, I need this to be like an intimate moment when you deliver this line. You're being kind of like soft with them. And so the way I do that in real life is just very direct, So it was like, this wasn't the line, but it was something like, I care for you. And the director looked at me, squinted, and they're like, you sound incredibly pissed off. I was like, what do you mean? I'm being soft. I'm being genuine.
I've dropped all pretense. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being real, I care for you.
I feel it. Yeah.
I'm gonna play it back for you. You're gonna hear it. Like, oh, I sound like I'm gonna kill them. Yeah, I need you to be loving. Bet, I got you. Let me change it up. So it's worthwhile to like note that sometimes what you're feeling, what you are trying to portray, is not the thing that is being perceived.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it from other angles. You have to be willing to express it from a multitude of places.
Yeah. I get told to I get the feedback often, do it less sexy. I'm like, I wasn't trying to be sexy.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I was not ara-araing at all. I was just talking like I talk in a more soft tone.
And that
apparently
sexes it up.
That reads sexy. That reads I'm rizzing you up. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'll do it more here.
Can we get the effortless sexy on please pass the salt? This food tastes like ass.
Hey, please pass the salt. This food tastes like ass.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. I hear the riz.
And I'm just being like, hey, this is terrible.
Yeah, it's the breathiness. It's just it's that casual, chill place. You can see the half-lidded eyes and the long lashes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Katharine Hepburn, if you ever want to go down the rabbit hole of Katharine Hepburn and the character and persona she developed to be successful in Hollywood, that's a fun rabbit hole because I'm pretty sure she was, in the queer umbrella in some way. And she just hated that they kept trying to put her in these feminine roles. And so she developed this character that was a little bit more straight up in your face. And she worked it.
Oh, yeah, and she had a hell of a career.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm not going to play the femme, girly girl character. You guys have tons of those. I'm going to do it my way. She was awesome.
Yeah. And that's it. The authenticity lends itself to something people want to see, that people are drawn to.
It is true. And I think that's the best feedback I've gotten this year was stop trying to think what people want you to sound like and do it how you would do it.
Yeah, for real.
Because then you did it to the best of your ability and as authentically as possible. And if that's what they were looking for, that's what they were looking for. Right.
Because going for a sound is what 80% of people are doing. And yeah.
Sound
good advice.
Last. Sound, voice last. Acting first.
Yeah, say it again for the people in the back.
Sound is last. Acting first it is.
Acting and voice acting. Crazy. Okay, we're going to speed run some personal questions here, okay?
Yeah, we've been talking, sorry.
Speed run. Favorite food.
Sushi.
Do you have any pets?
No.
If you could have a Pokemon or a mythical creature for a pet, what would you pick?
A griffin.
Do you think aliens exist?
Yes.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility.
Sus. What would the villain be that defies your superpower be?
The villain that defies my superpower?
Yeah, so you're now the star of a show, you have invisibility. Who is the villain that opposes you?
Some character who can like just sort of like sling gack or something like that in a large widespread area. I'm just like covered in gack and it's very obvious my outline is there.
Oh, how long have they been there peeping at me?
It's not for that, it's because I like to
people
hide
watch.
from people.
Oh,
No,
okay,
the other
got it.
it's because I like to self-efface. I like to disappear. I don't like being perceived.
Ah, the shy little bean.
Yeah.
Little lad, for real, for real. Okay, well, if your life got turned into a movie, an animated series, and you had to cast somebody that wasn't you to voice you, who are you hiring?
Young me or like current me?
Current you.
Oh wow, names are hard. Who does Fallout? Ella Purnell.
Why her?
She also is one of the main characters in Arcane. She plays Jinx in Arcane.
Oh, wow, she was amazing in that.
Yeah, right. And so I think she can do the manic moments of my life as well as the okie dokies, like everything's fine. Equally
Yeah, that's
well.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's yeah, she's fantastic, and so that's why.
phenomenal answer. If you could be isekai'd into any game, universe, book, TV show, whatever, which one are you picking?
Feelings. There is a niche anime that I think only got one season. I really wish maybe it got 1.5. Anyway, and it is The Realist Hero.
And you want to be
How a
isekai'd
realist
into
hero
that?
rebuilt the kingdom. Yeah, and he literally was like a social worker in his regular life before he was isekai'd, and so he uses that knowledge to rebuild a feudal kingdom into something that makes more sense and like gets rid of slavery. And
Whoa.
yeah, he
Yeah.
the entire thing is why am I doing the fingers for Trump? The entire thing is an educational study on economics and
Okay, so, but why do you
governance.
want to go here? Why do you want to be isekai'd
he
there?
is doing the greatest things imaginable to make this world a better place.
Oh,
And
so
I
you'd be
wanna
living the
live
good
there.
life. You'd be
I
living the
wanna
good
live
life.
there where there ain't the stupidity.
I love it. Okay, fantastic.
I don't want to be in like Shield Hero and stuff where there is real slavery and people are terrible to each other. And what is all that?
Yeah, fair. I agree. Like you pick a crazy world because of the superpowers, but life is pain. I
Yeah,
don't want to be
realist
in
hero-
Game of Thrones, you know?
Yeah, there's magic, there's cool animal characters, there's elves, there's all the good things, and he actually made the world better after he isekai there. So yeah, sign me up.
I love that. What's the hardest you ever worked?
I was trying to get to go to Dragon Con in Atlanta, and I picked up a side job as well as working at the restaurant I already worked at, and I worked 14 days straight
Oh, wow.
prior to taking the 5 days off I needed to go to Dragon Con.
Did it work out? Did you get to Dragon Con?
I got to Dragon Con, and I got my badge, and I went into the mass of people and got like pushed through the mass through all 3 of the hotels that it kind of fluctuated between, and realized I ended up back where I started and I hadn't really processed anything, and so I went home and slept for 12 hours.
Did you go back the next day?
And then I went come back the next day and enjoy myself. But the first day just was shot because I'd overdone it beforehand.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad there was a happy ending to the hardest work story.
There was, but I learned a valuable lesson to not overwork yourself right before trying to do something that also requires mental energy.
Fair. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Maybe.
If you could have the powers of God for one day, like Jim Carrey did in the movie Bruce Almighty, what would you use those powers for?
Give them to somebody else.
Oh, okay, interesting. If you had
I don't want that.
If you had to hide a giraffe, where would you hide it?
A full-size giraffe.
A full-ass giraffe.
Are there any leftover Toys R Us's that still exist? Probably in front of a Toys R Us.
Deep pull. That was their like logo, wasn't it? A giraffe? Yeah. Like,
I would
bro.
put it out front of a Toys R Us.
Man. I wonder if
like,
those are
"Don't
still...
move."
I remember just loving that store. I was like, can we just go to the toy store again, please?
It was the 90s.
The 90s. What a time to be a kid. Do you have a waifu or husbando? You specifically, not any of the characters you voice, but you.
Esposo, yes. I have a boo, and his name is Anthony, and we've been together for 16 years now.
Wait, you're talking about a real human?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait, were you saying... I thought you said the real me. Do I have a husband? Okay, now I'm confused.
Is there a character that you consider your husbando?
Oh!
A character that you just love, you know? You're like,
That's
that's...
private. I don't feel like I should tell you that.
Okay, fair, yeah, okay. Moving on.
Maybe Halcyon in Baldur's Gate 3. But like very, very specific parts of him, not the whole package.
So you only like him as a bear?
No. I honestly like him when he gets very angry at you, which is really hard to do because he just automatically likes people so easily. But when he gets feisty, he gets very fun.
Yes.
It's just hard to play in that sense because I don't like it when you have low riz with him.
Right. Fair.
I also missed his last kiss that they got rid of and replaced with a different one. I was like, no, the last one was great.
Why'd you remove it? Why did you take my joy from me?
Because it was too spicy.
Oh. I haven't
I don't
played
actually know
much.
why, but it was really good.
I haven't played much with Halcyon. I've saved him, but I gotta stream Baldur's Gate.
He's the only one you
know.
can poly with, really.
Well, unless you download the mod.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like
No.
he's automatically a poly option that you can poly with a couple of the other characters with. Polying with him and Shart is actually really fun.
Well, I mean, that's the druid way, I suppose.
I don't actually know if it is. I think it's just his way.
Where's the balance in being committed to one person? It's more balanced to love them all. My
Enjoy
grandpa...
the bounty of nature's gifts.
I'm here for the harvest. Bring me your best breeds.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Geralt from The Witcher is kind of like baseline, but only the Henry Cavill version, which I'm sorry, person who voiced him for all the games, but Henry Cavill ruined it for me.
You didn't like that?
No, he ruined any other potential person to play
because he's
Geralt
so
ever.
hot.
That growl.
Yes. When I think of Henry Cavill, I think of him cocking his fists. I don't remember what movie that
classic.
was, but
Mission Impossible X number.
yeah, the cocking the fist, bro. I'm like, do I love it or do I hate it? I still can't decide, but that's what I think of when I think of Henry Cavill.
That's an interesting. That is a very.
It's an alpha move
male,
for sure.
Straight
Yes.
male thought process.
Yeah, I'm like, is this the most badass thing I've ever seen, or is he trying too hard? I'm not sure, but you're Henry Cavill, you're Jack, you're handsome, and clearly I didn't work hard enough.
That's the thought process. Oh, Nick, that's not true.
Well,
There are tons of body types that do it for everyone.
I didn't have a team of chemists supplying my steroids because I'm not a Hollywood star actor. You know, so there are some
Yeah.
subtle differences.
Yeah.
Would you rather shit out a shuriken or 30,000 pounds of mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Would
But
you
it's
rather
obviously not going to be at once.
all at once? Yeah, once it starts, you're there.
I mean,
You're there until it's over. 30K
yeah, still the
pounds.
mayonnaise. It would just be an embarrassment at that point and not like a life-threatening injury. So yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
still take
you're
mayonnaise.
you're probably doing irreparable damage to the local sewer system in your area.
And the ecosystem, if we're going to be honest.
How much is 30,000 pounds really? Like how many pools worth?
How much of my neighborhood would be just covered?
How much poundage of water is in a stereotypical swimming pool?
Would 1 foot depth of 30,000 pounds when I die, please burn my hard drive. A 1 foot deep layer of 30,000 pounds of mayonnaise will cover approximately 528 square feet. So not that big, actually. It's not even as big as my house.
Oh, yeah, 500. Okay, maybe I take it all back. You're just really messing up one pipe.
Well,
don't know if I-
Yeah, because we're talking in volumes, so you've got to talk like gallons or quarts if you want to like if we're talking 30,000 gallons.
Yeah.
How does that change? Yeah, 30,000 gallons would be 4,000 square feet. So not even that
now,
much. Yeah,
now
so it's
we're
not actually
getting
that
somewhere.
big. That's my whole house. No, 3 times the size of my house. So
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, I don't have that big of a house. Sorry. Math is hard. That's why I have to ask Google, which is hilarious because my character is supposed to be really into math and I'm bad at it. Yeah.
Acting.
So you're gonna have to up your numbers, sir, for this
I
question.
am. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go to 3 million pounds next time.
Whoa. Yeah, that would definitely probably be my neighborhood.
3 million gallons.
Yeah. 401,041 square feet.
Now we're talking.
But that's only 1 foot deep.
Okay, let's
It's like knee deep.
let's get down to brass
I think
tacks
we've
here.
lost the plot. Yeah, sorry.
Would you rather shit out an entire ninja's arsenal of shurikens in
Whoa.
one go, or would you rather shit out enough mayonnaise to fill the Mississippi River?
I'd die either way, so I'd rather just do the mayonnaise and just die of dehydration.
Okay.
So I own a coffee table book that's like the worst ways to die, and one of them was like a guy used to do a party trick because he was a sailor and he used to do a party trick at local pubs where he'd just like swallow razor blades. And he would survive for years and years and years, and then eventually he just died because he couldn't go to the bathroom anymore. And essentially he'd just gotten so much metal stuck in his intestinal tract that then insisted that he just couldn't bathroom anymore, and that's how he died.
That is awful.
Yeah, it's a really great book. I think there's also one about exploding teeth. Anyway.
I read a book like that in high school, but I don't know if the one that comes top of mind is shareable. It's so disturbing.
Yeah, I probably was towing the line there for Twitch standards anyway, so sorry.
But I'm like compelled to share it now. Cuz I'm plagued by this information.
Let's share it with the world.
Content warning, disturbing, graphic, supposedly true. It was a book about crazy wild deaths. So in this one, a couple is having sex on a mountaintop. and they're struck by lightning mid-coitus.
Oh no.
One of them dies immediately. The other wakes up to discover their bodies have fused together. In their terror, they puke and pass out. When they come to, their partner, the puke has attracted a bear.
Oh no!
And their partner is being devoured. So they play dead and somehow get off the mountaintop, get to a hospital, and get separated. I read that in 8th grade. I carry that every day. I didn't need that visual. I didn't need that life. That's gotta be fake, right? That's gotta be fake.
I start to get disbelieving when you say the bear is eating just the partner and not them. But yeah, like I did visualize it because, like we said just last time, I have hyperphantasia, so I saw the whole thing as you were describing it. Ew.
Here's one that's a little funnier. A dude doesn't know that he's peeing out in the woods through a fence or like a ranch or something. He's peeing like through a fence, but he doesn't know it's an electrical fence. GG's.
That's the end of the story.
Bro splodes his own unit peeing on an electrical fence. GG's.
They have plastic surgery for that now. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to see. I was trying to be like exactly how far up did it? But never mind. We don't have to visualize, Laura. We don't have to.
No. Do you ever watch? Go ahead.
Oh, there's another book I read that. Yet again, Patrick Rothfuss, another author who will never give us the second.
King Killer Chronicles, you bastard.
Do you remember when Quoth was telling the story around the fire, and he was like, "Oh yeah, there was a boy, and he had a magical keyhole where his belly button should have been, and he went everywhere trying to figure out what it was for, and then he finally met this wise king in some foreign land, and the king who gets all excited and finds the key, and it like matches perfectly, and he turns the key, and the character's ass falls off." And that's the end of the story.
Incredible. You search your whole life. You search your whole life for meaning and purpose, only to discover it wasn't worth shit.
Yeah, and everyone around the campfire was so mad at him for telling that story. They're like, "What was the point?" He's like, "Oh, that was the whole story."
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks for ruining our day.
It was so good. I loved it. Kind of thing that tickles my funny bone.
Yeah. Well, okay. Surely we have a better would you rather that won't lead to imagining ridiculous deaths. Would you rather 6 or would you rather 7? 6, 7.
7. Prime.
Would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or pick up a book of any kind, or would you rather bite your tongue every time you eat?
Paper cut. My tongue is a valuable commodity. I cannot be biting that thing. I already do it often enough as it is.
Okay, since we don't read very often, would you rather jam your fingers every time you grab your phone or use your computer? Like bad jam them, bad, like
terrible. Would you rather?
Nearly break them, or bite your tongue every time you eat.
Yeah, I'd still jam my fingers.
Yeah, voice actor answer.
Yeah, if I didn't actually break them, it's still more valuable to me to have my tongue in working order.
Would you rather have unlimited cookies, but no more Primos, or unlimited Primos, but no more Poles?
Unlimited cookies, but no more Primos. Because I could get wishes in another way if I found out how.
What way?
There are other ways to get wishes.
Are there?
Yeah.
What ways?
you can swap out the other point system for the wishes.
What point
You don't
system?
have to just use. I don't have the app open anymore. I don't remember the names of things.
I don't think there's another one.
Yeah.
It all becomes primos. It all gets converted to primos.
No, I disagree.
You sound sus right now.
In Paimon's Bargain, you can use Masterless Stardust for up to 5 Acquaint Fates and 5 Intertwined Fates each month.
Which just become polls, I guess?
Yeah, they just become wishes, so they don't transition to being primos at any point. They are Masterless Stardust.
But how do you get those? You have to use Stardust to get them, right?
Every time you do a wish and you don't get a character or a 4-star or above, I think you get some Masterless Stardust points.
But how are you? Okay, but if you're not doing polls without your primos, how are you getting the Stardust?
I don't know. I'm gonna make this happen. Well, you can also use Star Glitter for a single fate with no monthly limit, and Star Glitter duplicates when you. Yeah, so you can do direct in-game rewards and get character ascensions, which can usually give you Acquaint Fates. You can do some Adventurer's Handbook. Yeah, you can get wishes elsewhere without primos. It's just a lot harder. And you have to use them wisely. So there are ways.
So you're basically going to do one poll every 6 months. That's what you're choosing?
Sure.
Not even a 10 poll. One poll.
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now or something. I stand by my choice. Whatever I did, don't try to question me.
All right, you heard it here. Unlimited cookies. She doesn't want primo. She's anti-primo.
Because you said the other option. Yeah, you said the other option was no wishes ever. And then what are the primos good for?
You have unlimited primos, but yeah, no polls.
Yeah, so what? Do I just use them to purchase weapons or skins?
Well, I mean, you have the primos, so you can, like, you know, go to the banners.
But you can't use them for polls.
No,
you
yeah,
have to transition them into wishes, and you said I could never have any more wishes.
Yeah, you can't do any polls if you have unlimited primos.
If I can't have wishes, period, then the primos are useless to me. So that is the reasoning.
All right. Enjoy your unlimited cookies. What flavor?
I mean, I obviously would like, if I have unlimited cookies, I can alternate. But usually I do like the gooey kind of peanut butter chocolate chip. So not the super hard kind. Those are useless. But yeah, peanut butter chocolate chip is real good.
Hell yeah, that does sound good. I might have to hit up Crumble as soon as we're done here. I might have to see what their monthly select is. Eat a clean 4,000 calories in cookies tonight.
Touche. I am more of a donut girl. I have a history with donuts.
Don't we all?
That started when I got a bin of specialty donuts from a coworker in Atlanta and got very excited. They gave me like a specialty donut dozen, and I got so excited, and I was going to plan to taste every single one of them once we finished setting up the restaurant. I came back and half of my donuts were gone because
they thought it was for the staff.
It was for everybody. Yeah, and I didn't even get to try half of the donuts before they were gone.
So now you're like, my donuts.
Yeah, I have since had several other donut incidents on my birthday that made me realize I should never ever try to get donuts on my birthday because there is some sort of geish, like upon me that that says Laura will never eat a donut on her birthday the right way.
Wow. Well, you should get some donuts tonight. Are you in the you're in the LA area, right?
Close enough.
Okay. Have you been to Randy's Donuts?
I haven't.
Check out Randy's Donuts. I highly recommend the Crondy. It's a croissant donut. It's the flakiest, sugariest, just...
Oh, it's a cronut, but a different version.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I've driven by there. I have driven by there. I know that donut shape. Okay,
the
cool.
Crondy is, honest to God, not of this earth. It is... It is so freaking good. If you like butter, bread, and sugar, you will love the Crondy.
That's pretty much my MO, yeah.
Okay.
Oh. How dare you take me to this? I know I'm hungry.
Hey,
we better wrap this up.
Yeah, you did an interview tonight. That means you earned donuts, right? That's how the world works.
We should gift each other coupons to Randy's for the holidays.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, to wrap up here, I've got some questions, specific sort of Genshin themed questions. To specify, this is Laura's choice, not Zibai's, Laura's, or Mini Durance. This is Laura's POV. Okay.
I'm going to out myself so badly with how little I know about things. Yes?
If you could get a drink with any character in Genshin, who would you pick?
Remember how I said names are hard?
Yes.
Who's the redheaded one who runs the bar in Mondstadt?
D-Luke?
Yeah, D-Luke.
Nice.
I'd get a drink with D-Luke. Now, Varka would be a very close second. But
Fair. But D-Luke.
I bonded with D-Luke already. Varka's newer.
Fair. Okay, if you could have any character cook for you, and if you could cook for any character, they don't have to be the same.
Is it Xiangling? Is that how you say it? Xiangling?
Does she have the
fire
little
one that you meet early on in Mondstadt?
And she has
With the little bear?
Booba, the little fire breathing gerbil.
Is that how you say her name?
Sure. Yeah. Xiangling. I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying Xiangling.
Xiangling. Okay, yeah. Xiangling. I had to struggle my way through most of the Liyue pronunciations, and you had to struggle with yours in your area. So we each of our voice actors have our own regional
challenge,
cardinal,
yes.
fun, random tongue twisters to do. So she would be definitely my ideal chef because I like spicy Chinese-based food products. But
she made some weird foods though. I mean, on her quest we had to get slime jelly and a fish.
Yeah.
There were some that whole quest was questionable.
I mean, we do weird things in real life in our country too. Yeah. Did you know that they make fake vanilla flavor using beaver anal glands? It's rare, but they can.
I used to like vanilla. I used to really enjoy a vanilla coffee
Coke and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure vanilla Coke is just artificially created in a chemistry lab. But back in the day, they used to use excretory glands of beavers.
Who saw a beaver and was like, you know what'll make my drink better? This little guy's anus.
Somebody who probably trapped beavers and kept going, why do I smell vanilla?
My God.
Just picked up the beaver and was like,
oh, that's good stuff there. Every
I'm
day
gonna
we
rub that on my neck, take it home to my missus.
every day we stray further from God. Every day we're one step closer.
So anyway, Zhongling, yes, she cooks with weird ingredients, but that's not surprising to me at all. I grew up watching Toriko. He cooks with weird monster ingredients all the time. Who would I
Okay.
want to cook for
Yeah.
in the game?
Yeah. Who's getting a Laura original seared
Madam
beaver
Ping.
gland? Madam Ping?
She deserves all the love, and I would cook the best dish for her. And she would take me to her little teapot house, and it'd be nice and cozy. And yeah.
What would you make her?
Japanese curry
Ooh,
with
yum.
secret ingredient of cocoa powder.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is good. Make it for you later if you ever come by.
Thank you. Wow.
You're welcome.
Okay, who'd you go into battle with?
Maoika.
Yeah.
Area of effect is, yeah, it's just obvious.
I also think it would be incredibly mentally disorienting to be like, I'm ready for battle. I've trained my whole life for this. I'm him. I can do this. I have a vision. It doesn't matter who you are. When the literal like sun flashes and a motorcycle falls on your face, you're gonna be confused.
So true.
You're gonna be like, what's happening? Why is she so hot? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. Now, granted, I cannot play as her to save my life. I am too technologically challenged to get that motorcycle going where I want it to go. But if she is on the team, I would go into battle with her and just
For
be like,
sure.
hey, I'll be over here. Tell me when you're done.
And she doesn't need help.
No.
Who would you want to just chill with?
Probably Lisa. She and I have the same vibe. We're book nerds,
Naughty boys
and
who
we
don't
also
do what they're
flirt.
told need a little punishment to keep them in line.
Yeah, same vibe.
Holy! Wait a minute. I need another hour and a half. Can we extend this interview? I have so many more questions. No, I don't. Okay,
Yeah.
I have to keep moving on.
No,
Producers say I
you
have to
don't
keep
need it.
moving
Yeah,
on.
you don't need that. You have plenty of Lisa you can experience yourself without me being required. Yeah. Lisa was one of my
Holy.
favorite first characters.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, she's one of like it's Kaya, her, Amber, and Travelers, like the OG free to play team.
Yeah. She's the first one I leveled up to the current max level I have, which is 80. I was like,
Nice.
oh no, Lisa gets the 80. Lisa gets all the things.
She deserves it.
Mhm.
She deserves it. OG Lisa, we love Lisa here. Who would you?
I cannot wait for Justin to join, or Jordan Reynolds to join for this next, whenever he joins. I hope him and Mara play together.
Oh yeah,
Play Genshin.
That'd be
'cause
awesome.
they're married.
yeah.
So, the voice actor for Lisa and whatever his, I can never remember his character's name because it's Russian. But
Yeah, he's the voice of Valeri, right? Valerity.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
That'll be cool. Okay, who would you want to dress you for a week? Who are you letting style you up?
Erika Ishii,
Who is that?
followed very closely by Neil Newbon. Erika Ishii was one of the leads in Ghosts of Yote.
No, and gotta be a Genshin character.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was, right, you did say Genshin.
Mhm. I love that you had
yeah,
a
obviously.
deep poll, though. I love that.
Oh yeah. Chiori?
Hmm.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiori, obviously. She's the fashion lady. I'd be like, figure this out. I can't.
Okay. Who would you trust with your life savings?
If I said Zhongling, would that be?
I always think of Zhongli too when I ask this question, but it's a terrible decision. Don't pick Zhongli. He'll waste it all.
Well, I just think that he wouldn't know what to do with it. He'd just go put it somewhere and forget he had it, and then
No,
continue to wander around like he didn't know what money was.
He'll give all of it to
Because
like
he has access to the money.
chocolate
and he
bar.
just- That's true. Who would I entrust my money with? Probably Jean. She seems responsible.
That's actually a good choice. Okay, in this hypothetical, you're suddenly single. Who would you want to be your wingman?
Durin.
I don't know if that would go well, but it would be wholesome. It'd be good, clean,
Yeah.
feel good content. I don't know if you're ever getting a partner,
He would
though.
chase away the ones that aren't good for me that I probably would still try to go for.
Yeah.
And he would make them know you're not interested, and then I'd actually end up going with the ones that were probably a better fit in the first place.
Right, right. Okay. You go on a paid vacation with 3 characters from Genshin. It's the best vacation of your life. You're having the best time ever. Who are you bringing? And you can't pick the characters you voice.
I don't know enough of the characters to be like, oh yeah, this one's coming. Who's the adorable one with the horns from the patch, the South American patch? Not Lon. Who's that one?
Graffiti Milkshake?
Oh, Varessa. Varessa is fun. She and I would just chow down on some food. Definitely her. Also, Aoife. Aoife and Varessa would be a good hangout crew.
Okay, one more.
Who else? I feel like, gosh, that's actually really hard. Just for ease of travel? Oh, I know. I know's the goofball. I know, and I would have a great time. Definitely, I know.
I need you to pick somebody other than I
Yeah,
know.
it's so sad that I haven't met some of those characters. And oh, fine.
I'm sorry, but it must be done.
They're underage, because they're underage, and we probably wouldn't get to do all the partying. Linnea, then.
Okay, amazing.
Do you have hatred for Aino?
I love Aino.
She's the tool.
I want Krupkake, you're having the best time on vacation
Sure
with
you
Linnea, Aoife, and Graffiti Milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing all the things. It's been, honestly, it's been like the best time of your life. But then tragedy strikes, and your life is in
Whoa.
critical danger. You don't know how you got yourself in this circumstance, but you and all of your 3 friends here will die unless you riz one, marry one, and kill one.
Whoa. Okay. You're horrible. We can resurrect all these characters in Genshin, so it's fine. Rizzing Aoife, marrying what did you call her? Graffiti Milkshake. And yeah, and obviously kill
Obviously.
Linnea. Sorry, Linnea.
Why is it
We'll bring you
obvious?
Because I already said the other 2.
So you're not
The
putting
last
any
choice was
thought into
obvious.
this?
Well, yeah, you just pick the 2 that you want to keep alive, and then the last one is who you didn't want to keep alive, obviously.
Wow.
This is why you don't give me God's powers for a day.
Because
I do make these
people be
arbitrary
dying.
choices very quickly. With very little thought. I'm like, it's not that serious. I'm just gonna bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. Resurrection's a thing here, we're fine. She won't remember.
I love it. Incredible. Well, thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. It's been a pleasure getting to know
Thank
you
you.
better.
Let's see how many ways I was canceled after this.
You and me both.
So happy we did this. Oh, Nick, you're such a pleasure to chat with.
Oh,
It felt like
thanks.
an hour, but it obviously was not.
Yeah, it was a great time. Let's hang out again soon.
Ditto, yes. We will nerd out about more books and such.
Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
ZZZ, but everybody knows that the new stuff is banging, so I don't really have to try very hard on that. Wait for my character.
Hell yeah. And if you don't already, go follow Laura on all her socials. Do you want to shout
That would
those
be
out?
nice. Oh yeah, I am Laura K Welsh on most things. So
La la boo.
the platform formerly known as Twitter, Insta, and Twitch. And tomorrow I will be streaming at 9 p.m. if you would like to come watch me fall off of things playing Genshin.
PST?
Yes, PST. Thank you. Yeah, 9 p.m.
Nice.
Pacific time.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks again. And yeah, you were great. Your performance as Zibai and Minnie Duran are incredible. And yeah,
Your
I
Flins
feel
is
like,
amazing too.
oh, thanks. But yeah, I was really, really impressed with the cold reading, and I loved your POV. And I think your journey is one that is relatable and approachable. A lot of people's story is like very, like everybody gets into it from a weird way, but I appreciate the started, doing acting in school, and then I went to university and studied it, and then I moved to a city. Like there's not a lot of like clear steps you can take to achieve this goal. So I appreciate the ones that validate I just stuck with it and I did the things and it worked out. So I think we need more of those to encourage.
I am the definition of the slow burn in the voiceover career. That is true. The slow burn is just the embers have constantly been going, but they never went out.
Same.
Yeah, and,
Never give
I
up.
cannot wait to see where the next generation of talent continues from here, because the industry has changed from when I started, from when you started, probably.
Yeah.
And it's just really fascinating to watch. So
Constantly
we live in
shifting.
good times in some ways.
Yeah. Look for the good. Look for the good.
Yep.
Well, until next time.
Let's do this again some other time. Until
Yeah.
next time.
Bye, Laura.
Bye.